my new material. Also, at this particular time, since I'm just cutting the breeze, at this particular time, I think at this time you need to get out of spookism and quit being scared of things, that stuff that was hidden from you by white people. Now all of a sudden these things are coming up, and now everybody getting scared of it. Oh, that's the devil worship and all that old stuff. We supposed to be adults now, just like in New York. When I went to New York, I've gone to New York 10 times in the since last February. And we're in New York City, and when you come, brother, you're going to have to give new information. Okay, so I came with some new information. The stuff was kind of out there, and all of a sudden the people saying I'm crazy. You see what I'm saying? But anybody knows that any knowledge is, unheard knowledge is dangerous to virgin ears. So therefore, if there's no such thing as a devil, as you know of, I think you should be over this particular devil thing, and you go into hell, and this whole thing, and some hell up under the earth, and all that kind of thing, and we'll get into the esoteric version of that. How's it going, man? All right. I think at this particular time, the stuff that they are calling satanic and stuff is actually the stuff that they hid of your stuff that they don't want you to know. And we get deep into some things, I'll deal with that. But only thing I'm trying to say is, for stuff that seems spooky, we need to be adults at this particular time and quit being spooked out about the spiritual world when we know we got this beast in the physical world that you work with every damn day. And if you ain't scared of this cracker, how in the hell you gonna be scared of the spiritual world? You see what I'm saying? Vodun, things like that, Yoruba, Vodun, all this stuff is nothing but the science of our science. The white boys know this stuff and all, and now they're spooking you out with the stuff. You see what I'm saying? Anything black magic, it literally means, magic means science, really. Okay. So if they say black magic, it means black science. You see what I'm saying? They tell you black magic because they know magic, because they know that you can use that stuff to kick their behind. You see what I'm saying? So this is so we want to get out of a dogmatized way of doing things. Now what we mean by that is, this particular lecture is dedicated to Ptah Nutta Unra, who is one of the aviators of Haile Selassie. So what this means is, whether we would want to think on the fundamentalist way, I only deal with the fundamentalist way on the way Rastafarianism was taught to me. I don't deal with nothing else. We must understand that there's higher levels under Rastafari, and once these levels open up by the same principles, you need to bear with these principles. Just like every school has a hierarchy. Islam, Sufism has a hierarchy. You understand what I'm saying? Now, so when we see in this particular stuff, when we're talking about Haile Selassie, there was a whole hierarchy that brought that whole thing on in the first place. And we need to understand the other side, the invisible side. You see, also I want to say that, number one, even though I was trained in history, and mainly Egyptology is what I've trained with the last 7 years, basically, I make no bones about it, I teach esoteric studies of metaphysical science, which means that which is hidden, the occult, that which is hidden from you. So now if I come up and there's some stuff that sounds strange, I didn't never say that I didn't teach this. I said I taught that stuff that which was supposed to be hidden. So how in the hell you gonna get mad at me for teaching some stuff that's supposed to be hidden? Now there's a whole lot of science that's coming out of England at this particular time, and I just want to say this. Stuff came out of England. The stuff was banned. They didn't want it in the United States. A certain amount of things, because it was dealing with mind, melon, and magic. Stuff was banned. So I'm in the metaphysical bookstore, so I meet up with a white boy that jumps on a plane and goes over and gets the doggone stuff. You see what I'm saying? For some reason, because he just figured I'm just stupid nigga don't know, and he just want to get the buck, he sells me the stuff. Now this stuff, I come back to the black community to unveil the type of magic and the type of stuff that the white boys don't want us to get into. You understand what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden, oh, you done gone crazy. Now that's some spooked out, way out stuff. You see what I'm saying? But if you look at the Bible, there's strange things in the Bible. There's strange things in the Quran. You understand what I'm saying? But also, too, I think a person has to be dead, you know what I'm saying, for over 1,000 years before we deem that particular stuff as valid. Remember? Well, if we went back 2,000 years ago, some of the stuff that the same people was writing, the people what call them crazy too. Now I'm not trying to put myself as no prophet. I'm just trying to say this is the way we need to get to be adults. We need to get out of all the dogma and the separation. That's what the white boy wants. He know that all this stuff is one and there's only one black science. You understand what I'm saying? If we don't get anything, we understand that. The next thing you need to get is ye are gods, which we're going to go into the scriptures. And I thought I brought my book, but everybody know John chapter 10, verse 34 to 36. You need to get that one, as what is Psalms 82, verse 1 to 6, and Romans, what's that? Romans, what was that? Romans, oh, I thought I brought my book. Anyway, there's a book you need to get. It's Annalise Scarron's book, Ye Are Gods. And understand that there's biblical passages that literally say that you are gods. So right now what we're going to do is, in the lines of the divine, what we're going to deal with now I put out some stuff on the radio called the Necronomicon. Everybody said, I don't want to mess with that stuff. That brother there got some messed up crazy stuff there and all this kind of stuff here. So now I'm going to put out, but see, that was coming from the Sumerian tradition, which was black people in Samaria. You see what I'm saying? By way of Egypt, it was all one people. So now I'm going to put out some stuff that's coming from the Hebrew tradition, which is more than just the angelic host that you know of in the Hebrew that you so love. I'm going to give you the powerful sides, which is called the Enochian deities. Now this same stuff can kill the white man just as bad. So now if you rebel against them, then get out of Hebrewism, get out of Christianity, or get out of whatever lines of the divine, because we're going to get some other power deities today also too. So what I want to do right now is we're going to pour libations, and I want to give some powerful deities. I think I'll just give a few of them, and then I'm going to